Imagine a time, not so very long ago. A new nation was just an idea. It was a powerful dream in the minds of brave people. These people wanted something different, something better. They believed in liberty and self-rule. These remarkable individuals are known as the Founding Fathers. They were the architects of the United States of America. They designed the very foundations of the country. Their story is one of courage, vision, and hard work. These men came from different backgrounds. Some were lawyers like John Adams, some were planters and farmers like George Washington. One was a famous inventor and writer, Benjamin Franklin. Another was a young, brilliant thinker, Alexander Hamilton. Thomas Jefferson was a scholar and a writer. They did not always agree on everything, it is true, but they shared a common burning desire. They wanted to create a new kind of government. A government for the people, by the people. Their task was enormous, almost unimaginable. They faced a mighty empire, Great Britain. Winning freedom would mean war, a long and difficult struggle. Before the United States existed, there were 13 colonies. These colonies were located along the eastern coast of North America. They were ruled by the King of Great Britain. For many years, the relationship was mostly peaceful. The colonists considered themselves loyal British subjects. They enjoyed certain freedoms under British law. But things began to change slowly over time. A new feeling started to grow in the colonies. It was a feeling of wanting more control, a desire for their own voice in their own affairs. The British government started to impose new taxes. These taxes were on items like tea, paper, and sugar. The colonists felt these taxes were unfair. They had no representatives in the British Parliament. No taxation without representation became their cry. This famous slogan expressed their deep frustration. They believed their rights as Englishmen were being violated. They wanted to be treated with respect. They wanted to have a say in how they were governed. This was the beginning of a great disagreement. Events began to escalate step by step. Protests and boycotts of British goods became common. Sometimes these protests turned into confrontations. George Washington was a central figure in these times. He was born in Virginia, a southern colony. He grew up to be a respected planter and surveyor. Washington had military experience from earlier wars. He fought alongside the British in the French and Indian War. This experience taught him much about leadership. It also taught him about the challenges of warfare. He was known for his tall stature and quiet dignity. People looked up to him, quite literally. He commanded respect wherever he went. When the Revolutionary War began, a leader was needed. The Continental Congress had to choose a commander. They needed someone to lead the new Continental Army. The choice fell upon George Washington. It was a difficult and dangerous job. The army was small and poorly equipped. The soldiers were mostly farmers and ordinary citizens. They faced the well-trained professional British Army. Many believed the cause was almost hopeless, but Washington accepted the immense responsibility. Washington's leadership during the war was remarkable. He faced many defeats and terrible hardships. The winter at Valley Forge was especially brutal. Thomas Jefferson was a man of many talents. He was from Virginia, like George Washington. He was a lawyer, an architect, and a scientist. Jefferson was also a gifted writer and thinker. He loved books and had a vast personal library. He believed deeply in reason and individual liberty. His ideas about freedom were very influential. He was younger than some other founding fathers, but his intellect was sharp, and his voice was strong. He played a crucial role in shaping America's ideals. In the summer of 1776, a big decision was made. The Continental Congress decided to declare independence. They needed a document to explain why. A committee was chosen to write this declaration. Thomas Jefferson was asked to be the main author. He worked tirelessly in a rented room in Philadelphia. He drew upon ideas from Enlightenment philosophers. Thinkers like John Locke influenced his writing. He wanted to express the American mind clearly. The words had to be powerful and persuasive. The Declaration of Independence is a famous document. It begins with unforgettable words about equality. "We hold these truths to be self-evident," Jefferson wrote. Benjamin Franklin was one of the most famous men of his time. He was born in Boston but made his home in Philadelphia. Franklin was a printer, writer, inventor, and scientist. He was known for his wit and practical wisdom. His Poor Richard's Almanac was full of clever sayings. He conducted famous experiments with electricity. He invented things like bifocal glasses and the Franklin stove. Franklin was a true self-made man, always learning. He was respected in America and also in Europe. His mind was always active, always curious. When the colonies sought independence, Franklin was vital. He was an experienced diplomat and statesman. He had spent many years in England representing colonial interests. He understood the British government well. During the Revolution, he served in the Continental Congress. He helped draft the Declaration of Independence. His presence lent credibility to the American cause. People trusted his judgment and his experience. He was like a wise grandfather to the young nation. His calm demeanor was often a source of strength. Franklin's most crucial role came during the war. He was sent to France as an American ambassador. His mission was to gain French support for the revolution. This was an incredibly difficult task. John Adams was a lawyer from Massachusetts. He was known for his brilliant mind and strong principles. Adams was passionate, sometimes even stubborn. He believed deeply in the rule of law. He also believed fiercely in American rights. Even before the Revolution, he spoke out against British policies. He was not afraid to defend unpopular causes. He famously defended the British soldiers after the Boston Massacre. He did this to ensure they received a fair trial. This showed his commitment to justice for all. Adams was a leading voice for independence. In the Continental Congress, he argued persuasively. He urged his fellow delegates to break from Britain. His speeches were powerful and full of conviction. He worked tirelessly behind the scenes as well. He served on many important committees. He helped organize the efforts for revolution. He understood that declaring independence was a huge step. He knew it would mean war and sacrifice, but he believed it was necessary for freedom. During the Revolutionary War, Adams served overseas. He was a diplomat in Europe, like Benjamin Franklin. He worked to secure loans and support for America. His time in Europe was often challenging. He missed his family and his home greatly. Alexander Hamilton was a young and ambitious figure. He was born in the West Indies and came to America as a teenager. Hamilton was brilliant and full of energy. He quickly became involved in the revolutionary cause. He wrote powerful essays supporting independence. During the Revolutionary War, he served as an aide to George Washington. Washington recognized his talent and intelligence. Hamilton was brave in battle and a skilled organizer. He longed for military glory but also for a strong nation. He had a bold vision for America's future. After the war, Hamilton saw a big problem. The new nation was financially weak. The states had large debts from the war. The national government had little power to raise money. Hamilton believed a strong economy was essential. He argued for a strong central government, a government that could manage finances effectively. He was a key delegate at the Constitutional Convention. He advocated for his ideas with passion. He wanted to build a prosperous and respected nation. As the first Secretary of the Treasury, Hamilton made his mark. He proposed a bold financial plan for the new government. His plan included paying off the national debt. It also involved creating a national bank. After winning independence, America faced new challenges. The first government, under the Articles of Confederation, was weak. The central government had very little power. It could not effectively tax or regulate trade. The states often acted like separate countries. This led to many problems and disagreements. Many leaders realized that a change was needed. They feared the new nation might fall apart. A stronger national government seemed necessary. This was a critical moment for the young republic. In the summer of 1787, a special meeting was called. Delegates from most states gathered in Philadelphia. This meeting became known as the Constitutional Convention. Their goal was to revise the Articles of Confederation, but they soon decided to create a new government entirely. George Washington presided over the convention. Benjamin Franklin, now an elder statesman, offered his wisdom. James Madison played a key role in shaping the debates. He is often called the father of the Constitution. The delegates worked through a long, hot summer. The debates at the convention were often intense. The delegates had many different ideas. They argued about how much power the government should have. They discussed how states should be represented. Large states and small states had different interests. The work of the Founding Fathers did not end in 1787. The new Constitution needed approval and ratification by 9 states. This led to nationwide debates. Federalists supported it. Anti-Federalists feared central power. Eventually, all states ratified the Constitution. They established principles of freedom and equality. The Constitution allowed for change and amendments. Future generations could address injustices.